Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rwand with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General Yahanna. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Right back at you again, Officer Shapat Dayakin. Dropping something heavy with these cowards out here. Yeah. Coming straight from 125th, 1 West, Harlem, New York. Home of the truth, nigga. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Kingdom's ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. all day as we discuss how they don't like us. Gathered on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us, watch where you stepping. Cause a scene, you gon' see how brotherhood is a weapon. Tough skin protect our wrists, teach girls and kids about this. Call them prophetess, a priest damn near nothing without it. More than rubies, cute and understanding when describing. Virtue loving, no lip from the daughters of Zion. Gold teeth, earrings, chains, and the rings. Precious metals, fabrics, emphatic stones, and everything. Trying to catch the slang, rewind what we rapping slang. Lost in parables, your scripture breakdowns terrible. Yahanna, Prince of the power, we are the Jews. God on earth, you can see it by watching all our moves. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha.
See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. Hey, hey. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, 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 I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left.
I can tell you what it feels like when them problems kicking in. I call it real life. Now I'm feeling trapped. Who can I trust? Second guessing everything. Who can I love? I remember sleeping on the floor, ready for whatever. I was sleeping by the door. I was down bad, didn't want no one to know. I was on my own, didn't have nowhere to go. Everything I seen was a test. I was born to be a soldier, nothing less. This is the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. This the life that I chose.
See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier.
This is the life that I chose.
See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier.
This is the life that I chose.
See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left.
All black is the uniform. Soldiers dead and gone, I'm forever pouring liquor for them. Try me on my brothers, and I'll be moving bodies for them. Came up out the struggle and maintained through the storm. Niggas dying for dead presidents, fucking up their residence. White man dirty tricks, they call this shit politics. Vagabonds, and they some natural born lunatics. That what they is. They shut you down when you speaking truth. It black boots when you in the truth. It black boots when you in the truth. This is the life that I chose, nigga.
See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was
Palestinian committed a terrorist attack in America last night and is getting no news coverage.
Running through and started killing anybody that got. 100%. That's insanity. As far as any structural, I mean,
I haven't been in yet. I just got here.
Yes, I did it on purpose. Of course I did it on purpose. You think I'm crazy? No, I am not. Because seriously, this is at least what I can do. Because I'm gonna kill myself if I don't do something with watching children genocide every freaking night. And we'll get up in morning, evening, just seeing people dying. Yes, of course. Because if I don't do anything, I'm gonna really have a heart attack sitting in my freaking chair. I can't. This is at least, I'm not hurting anyone. I'm just freaking getting my anger out. I can't. I'm gonna have a heart attack. Maybe, yeah. Maybe you should do something. Freaking country support freaking Israel, the #1 country supporting the genocide. Maybe you have to do something about it. Stand up for the right side and really look at the freaking right freaking news. Maybe you should do this.
Yes, sir.
Get your information real quick.
Guys, I'm sorry.
This guy
I wish I
rents out
could
your
do
house?
more for my country.
These are
But
brothers in the
seriously,
building, brothers in the school.
I never heard of
Step over here because she's talking too loud.
We are not associated with the white Jews or the Caucasian Jews or none of that over there.
Free Palestine!
I'd like to see her face if I could.
Well, she's not letting me freaking fix my hijab, my cover. Free Palestine!
Don't claim to be part of the quote-unquote Hebrew Israelite movement. The ISUPK, under commanding General Yahanna, we stand alone.
Okay.
We are not. We put that disclaimer on all our videos. We're not affiliated with no other Israelite group or organization.
Okay.
Because we don't believe the same thing they believe. Now, as far as the approach and yelling at white people, we do believe that every response is measured.
Okay.
So now, when you see a video of somebody coming up and somebody's just how you came up respectful. Has anybody disrespected you at all?
No, and I'm glad I met you guys. Yeah.
Every response is measured. You know, if somebody came up and was disrespectful, they're going to get a measured response.
Okay.
You know, we're not a violent organization, but we believe in self-defense. That's our American right. I'm sure you understand that for sure.
Well, and the thing is too, I thought, if I meet a group like I just described, I still wanted to go up to them and say, hey guys, you know what? I looked into this. I know you guys are the real Israelites, but I think people are going to have a hard time listening to your message because of your approach. But
serious and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do his will, I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Win the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on Congo.
American honor don't lack no soldiers. Through the Spirit of the Lord, we don't lack no soldiers. You understand me?
like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Hate Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under Yahanna, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from Yahanna. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí.
Lord Commandant General Yahanna na ISUPK.
This is what Commander General Yahanna did. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. I had to dig.
That's right.
You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Man, that's crazy.
Hold on, let me make sure I got my shit right.
Oh man, it's not TV, man. We're doing the big out here once again, man. ISUPK and the Commander General Yahanna, man.
You heard about the mission to Acuna. This is the mission to Kensington.
The mission to K&A. we out here in Kensington, Allegheny. You know, it's a notorious spot in the city of Philadelphia. A lot of drug addiction, homelessness, a lot of poverty in the city of Philadelphia. It's famous, you know, across the world at this point. Man, y'all caught me eating some of this amazing food that these sisters done put together, man. Under Commanding General Yahanna, we got some amazing spirits in this school, man. Raised up right, you know what I mean, to come out here to the hood, the gutter, and man, and we gonna do this work wherever we go. You know what I mean? The water to Commanding General Yahanna, putting that work in, and raising up brothers and sisters like this, man. You know what I mean? We coming to every major city, man. Every city where One West at, we gonna try to do these hot food drives. You know what I mean? Like here to support the people that's in need. That's what the school, that's what we all about. When it come down to it, we are here to help the people that are impoverished, destroyed, people at the bottom. Everything we do, that's what we do it for. Everything we say, even though it may seem hateful, even though it may seem crazy and outlandish, everything we do is for the people at the bottom. That's what
we don't know how they made my day, man. It's the food, the blessing, man. they put their foot onto that meal, man.
That's what's up, man. We appreciate you, man.
Hey, this is one of the best meals I ever had down here, man. By far. Hey, man, that's the love, man. That they say that they're trying to get back to the people, man. Let people know people care, man. That's what's up, man. Y'all continue up the hard work, man. For real. It's noticed, man.
We appreciate that, bro. We appreciate that,
man. People appreciate y'all, man. For real. Giving a lot of people hope, and whereas so a lot of people don't have hope, man. That's what it's about, man.
So, you know, it's a beautiful day today. The sisters came out from New Jersey, Delaware, Philadelphia, came out to support the event.
That's that good old curry soup I made. You gotta taste it.
It's the sisters' choice to do this, man. They hearts. Their hearts is huge. And people think our sisters is locked up or something. Like we got them locked in cages. No. Our sisters out here, they giving back just like us. They willing to work for the Most High just like us.
Hey, and guess what?
We're still protecting them. Come on now. Yes, sir. Tighten up. That's what we do, man. ISUPK. I'm the commander general.
Yahanna, sir.
We feed the community, man. Get in line, get with us. This is what we do. All the brothers is here. The sisters is doing an amazing job. We out in Kensington and Allegheny. If you know anything about that, you know we out here. We don't care. We feed Israel.
Lit is not the word for it. We are so happy and thankful and grateful for y'all guys allowing us to do this for the ISUPK and for our family and friends out here. We up in K&A. They got Gia up in K&A.
In the belly of the beast, man. We up here in Kensington doing what we was raised to do, doing what we bred to do, and that's to show brotherhood. You see what I'm saying? And the sisters, it's not about us. It's about the sisters, man. The sisters is doing a great job out here. You know, and this is how the Lord get His glory, right here.
They put their foot into it. Ain't nothing but love.
Yeah.
Food. Can't even explain it.
What's that crazy?
I'm trying to do it for you more often, okay? All for you, Hebrew.
Hey,
for you,
thank you. Hey, anytime, hey, I already know. This right here, wow.
Shout out to Knock, man, making history. You know what I mean? He only got like 2 to 3 subscribers, but man, make sure you subscribe to Knock TV, man. Hit that notification bell, like, share, and subscribe to this content, man. We got Nabar real with Nabar, man. Say something to the camera, bro.
No, he gonna send it to me. I need that.
I be one west to the depth till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the depth till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the depth till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the depth till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
We out here in Baltimore, you know what I mean? We was having an amazing food and clothing drive out here, feeding the people, clothing the people, and staying, getting love for the brothers and sisters out here.
But that was my got my nigga Rwanda with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General Yahanna. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, thank you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners, all them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you
Done.
Yeah,
What's going on, Akin? How you feeling?
Hey, Cap.
Yeah.
You got the form? So now form.
Oh.
I'll take you the whole of UK camp to council.
I
saw you all. I was like, man, send a brother tickets.
I had to go. I had to do it now. I did it for all of us now. I took it wasn't for me, but I took a giant step for all of us. Yeah.
Se zakie se.
Go ahead.
Ale tagi na arasia ni feel.
I was trying to walk the damn gate. I trying to go on the field and take a shot on the damn field. You know what I mean? But that's like a whole tourist thing right there. They ain't got no game today, but people still around, shopping and buying Manchester merchandise and going in and out of the stadium. You know what I mean? But for the longest while, that's probably the biggest club in the world. So there's a ton of merchandise going on. Yeah. And they ain't suffering for money. I can tell you that part.
Yeah.
They ain't suffering for no money. They ain't letting any money trickle down, but they're surely not suffering for no money.
Yep. You know and that's one of the stories I think we have there too, where you can clearly see that's the because the money ain't trickling down, now the oppressor across there, he looking for somebody to blame for his country in the trash. You understand? All them that riot with it, where they're trying to get them Arabs and black people to start with the black people first, but now it moved to them Arabs and them because they know them Arabs in them.
I'm glad we had that story because I want to clear that whole thing up. That story is false. That article was written. Whoever, I definitely, I'm gonna talk to the brothers in Atlanta if I could get try to get onto the writer of that article, but that's not what they're trying to make it out to be. Is a whole kumbaya. We need to come together because it's against all people, and that's not true. But we're gonna get to it tonight for sure. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Listen, Manchester was very, very good. You know what I mean? Like people really need what Commander Yahanna laid down, and somebody who actually would take them out of the fog. And confused. Israel is confused a whole lot and one answer, but nobody else doing the job. The fake Israelites are just messing it all up. All this week I've met just something about this week. Met a ton of Israelites who they don't know and they're seeing this one, seeing that one, and they need somebody to get them the answers.
That's right.
They know what the hell it was. You know what I mean? So, so for sure, the work getting out, the work getting done. They're watching the videos too. They're talking about, the camps in the States. They're talking about they're seeing us here, they're seeing us there, seeing us down in the Caribbean. So it's not like they ain't seeing us. They're for sure seeing us. You know what I mean? They're definitely seeing and watching. So, it's for their message to all the brothers and sisters out there, wherever you are, whether you're in America, whether in UK, whether in Canada, Brazil, Jamaica, Trinidad, Haiti, Dominican Republic. Keep putting in that work because they're watching. They're absolutely watching. They're watching and they're listening. It might seem so how they are suppressing our numbers and trying to suppress the reach on the internet. But don't listen to none of that. Don't watch none of that. You keep working because they're absolutely listening now. They're absolutely listening. Like Captain Karafi was giving me a story today. He got a call. I don't know if you all saw the video where the brother lied on the brothers in the UK and said there was in a whole house.
I saw that video. You dealt to that brother for real.
Brother, a man from Leicester called and he said, he gave his name and he said, I just want to let you all know, like Piper don't speak for Leicester. He's like, he have no respect over here, and I want you all to know that. Once he gave me the whole story, and then the brother texted him back and forth, letting them know, don't sweat him. Nobody ain't messing with him, and he don't speak for us. Nobody ain't really like him, and that's why he was asking to take his name off of the stuff in the end. and it's because they watching the UPK because he see the video. So they watching the UPK, and remember last year we was in Leicester. That's where Captain Akard performed.
Yeah.
So Leicester give us a ton of love, and we get love right back to Leicester. So they make sure and separate themselves from that thing. It just letting you know so many people is absolutely watching. You know what I mean? It's absolutely watching and paying attention to everything we're doing. So don't stop what we're doing. And you brothers continue, preparing and preparing good topics and bringing it out and teaching and breaking down and talking on the current topics because they're listening. And UPK is the only light in the fog. Everybody else is just confusion. You know what I mean?
You're right. Because I by there paused some video with one of them purple people. You understand? I mean, and it's horrible. You could tell they're not being taught. I mean, Negroes in there teaching the self. You know what I mean? Giving the self breakdown. You know what I mean? You can tell they're being taught. So what you're saying is right. 100%.
It's lucky. If I could, you talking about that video where he got cut by the Christian and the Christian started taking over his camp?
Yes. Yeah.
God. And if I could, like, see, like this, it's so heavy because all this is coming full circle, man. Like at the end of the day, a lot of these cats that's out in the wind and doing these different things in different groups. At the end of the day, we're gonna get them put on. They need to put back on the headpiece. They need to put silver studs on, like it said in the scriptures. They need to put the garments back on, just how it was back in the original school, and then do everything like the ISUPK and get down. Because at the end of the day, that's where it's kind of heading. Like a lot of these fake Israelite groups, they floundering, they splintering, and what's the scripture say? They scattering the sheep.
Exactly.
And we the perfect shepherds to just go find all those lost sheep. You know what I mean? We give them some brotherhood. You know what I mean? Let them know, look, you was in the fake group, but look, you know what I mean? We all Israel. Just come on down. You know what I mean? You already know about the laws. Lord will, you keeping those. You just got to make these small changes and adjustments, and shoot, you be all the way in the spirit. That's take them fringes off the t-shirt, and we in there. Go ahead, Salaki.
You hit it right on the head. Like, because there's going to be sincere brothers in there. You know what I mean? And I even stopped even looking and associating them as fake Israelites. They're just Christian to me. There's like your regular Christians coming out of the church, and just like there's sincere brothers coming out of the church or the mosque or the prison or whatever, there's going to be brothers who come, wearing whatever they're wearing, and will really be about it, and they're gonna come find, come like very hard. They're gonna come find the school because they're really about helping their people. The rest of them, whatever happened. You know what I mean? So, but it was real encouraging for sure. Just this whole week, I could definitely say that we just had to keep your foot on the pedal. Keep your foot on the pedal and keep pushing, and don't stop ever. Don't faint, don't falter, don't lose no zeal, don't dim no fire, don't do none of that shit. Keep rocking and blazing exactly what you've been taught. You put that shit back on because they listen. They mightn't be coming forward like you would want, but they're listening. They're listening, and trust me, when they do come forward, it's going to be a drove. It's going to be a drove of that. You know what I mean? So y'all keep listening. Right now, we fishing them and brothers and sisters who coming in with that faith, do the work to receive the masses. So y'all keep doing it, man. Ain't nobody else doing what we doing at home. You know what I mean?
God. And if I could, one last thing.
Man in Israel, you know what I mean? Give him a hand, putting it together. We're holding it on for him tonight. Y'all don't forget Passover, April 12th. 2025, Atlanta, man, big ATL. You know what I mean? Brothers and sisters from everywhere. You'll start to book your tickets now. You all know if you're coming in from far out, whether it's West Coast, Canada, Brazil, international flights. You all know if April 12th is Passover, at least 3 days before, 2 days after. You know what I mean? That center your flight around that. 3 days before, 2 days after, you're gonna get the hotel arrangement, but at least get to Atlanta. get to Atlanta by whichever way. Let's lock that in right now. You know what I mean? You know, it's still like you could possibly say something.
Oh yeah, Con. Just going off of what you saying, like you said, get to that Passover, everybody, and another we're gonna teach these brothers how to be brothers, man. We hearing all these things of they beating up each other, you know what I mean, putting each other in the hospital, you know, they members getting unalived, you know, all types of unaliving other people in the world, unaliving trannies, all these things. Like in ISUPK, we're gonna teach you how to treat each other, man. These groups, they making announcements that they splitting up and this and that. Like we're gonna teach you how to be a brother to each other. That's what for all the brothers who on the fence. That's what the ISUPK gonna do that you ain't gonna get nowhere else. Cause like you saying, Mashak, I'm hearing the same thing about there was like a little camp in Dominican Republic in Santo Domingo, and one of the troopers who's in the school now, he was with them, but you know he kind of fell off. But then they start falling off with each other. The other group. They was rocking together for a little while. Then this one start beefing with him, and then this one start getting into it with that one. And then next thing you know, you got 5 enemies, as opposed to five brothers.
Well, that's what
So
we chose.
we're gonna teach them. We're gonna teach them how to be brothers, man. We're gonna teach all these Christians and the different, you know, all of that. We're gonna teach you, man.
Right. You're right. You know what I mean? So listen, man, let's rock. Let's rock. We got some good stories tonight.
Yeah.
It seems like they're ready to put Kamala Harris in the White House, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had to start to talk like how them oppressors was talking in 2016 when Hillary was running against Trump. They say if Trump win, they move into Canada. That if Kamala win, I'm just moving somewhere. Where she's not. Yeah, if Kamala wins, I'm going somewhere where she is not. I ain't no Trump supporter, but I know for sure what is to have a woman over the top of it, and that's not good. That is not a good situation to be in. Yeah, I mean, at all, period, point blank. You know what I mean? So we're gonna rock through it. Where y'all want to start?
I think about Kamala be good.
All right.
So like Cap. I was gonna ask the what we on YouTube?
We on the real General Yahanna.
Okay.
The real General Yahanna. A lot of people gonna be looking for the commanding General Yahanna. It's not on that platform tonight. We broadcasting from the real General Yahanna. All right, the real General Yahanna. Tawada for reminding me too. Everybody who in the stream, all you brothers who on, please share that link on your Facebook. Share it around. Share it everywhere. We're on the real General Yahanna. You know what I mean? It could be that they're looking at the other channel, but the real General Yahanna is where we rocking from tonight. So that's where you're gonna find us on the real General Yahanna. I don't think it's the real command. I think it's the real General Yahanna. We on there, right? Yep, the real General Yahanna. All right,
Yeah,
all separate.
That's refreshing. That's crazy.
You know, you're not seeing it?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I saw it first. Okay, now it's showing up here. Okay.
Yeah, the real General Yahanna. Everybody check it out. Share it all over the place. If you could, share it in all the groups. Share it so everybody able to see, see where we're at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
All right. So where we going? Where we going first? Where y'all want to rub? You know what I mean? There's a few good stories for sure. We could save them meaty ones for not too far down in the show. But
let's see.
You know what I mean? So let's go with Let's go with number 9. Let's start with that one first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's start with number 9 first, just for now, and we get back shortly.
Come, sir. Denver police recruit who hit head on tile while fighting 4 officers went limp during brutal hazing and was forced to amputate both legs. Now he's suing to expose cover-up. Victor Moses' dreams of becoming a Denver police officer were shattered after the recruit was ordered to go through a barbaric hazing ritual that led to the amputation of both of his legs, as well as the ability to even care for himself. Now the 29-year-old black man is suing, accusing the Denver Police Department of covering up their hazing ritual known as Fight Day by claiming he had an undisclosed medical condition known as sickle cell trait that led to the amputation of both legs below the knees. But Moses had disclosed he had sickle cell trait in his application to the Denver Police Department, according to the lawsuit filed on July 30th, 2024, where he explained in a section asking about blood disorders that both my parents and I have the trait but never had any problems. Sickle cell trait is an inherited medical condition that affects up to 10% of Black people in the United States, in which patients carry a defective gene causing the production of abnormal hemoglobin, according to the American Society of Hematology. However, it is not as severe as sickle cell disease, which is when patients have 2 genes that lead to abnormal hemoglobin, the substance in red blood cells that carry oxygen. Yet, sickle cell trait can still lead to serious complications in cases of athletes with sickle cell trait who have experienced exertion-related illness and, in some cases, sudden death during or after strenuous athletic training sessions, the American Society of Hematology explains. The lawsuit states that Dr. Kelsey Smithart at Denver Health cleared Mr. Moses in July 2022 to participate in the academy training regimen, including Fight Day, which indicates both police and doctors were well aware of his medical condition. As a result, his entire life has been turned upside down, the lawsuit explains in great detail. He spent over 4 months bedridden in the hospital. He has undergone many surgeries, including below-the-knee amputations of both legs, multiple fasciotomies, and arm surgeries. He also suffered severe internal injuries to multiple organs, which continues to require significant medical care. Wow. In July 2024, he underwent major surgery for about 8 hours in an effort to restore some gripping function in one hand. Mr. Moses now has prostheses which often bleed when he uses them, requiring him to endure the daily risk of infection and further amputation. His arms and hands are severely compromised. The pain he has consistently experienced is truly incomprehensible, requiring daily high doses of pain and other medications. His injuries and damages.
If I could,
God, sir.
This is very rough to even fathom. You know what I mean? Like so let me understand. Are they claiming that he had this as a result of the sickle cell trait?
Okay, what the brother is claiming that they were aware of his illness and they took it too far.
So
now, I'm not sure.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Say, I'm not sure if these devils, the police department, is trying to pass the blame off to the reason why this was so severe is because of his sickle cell instead of the beating. But from what we just read, sir, it sounds like he's saying that because they had prior knowledge of his condition, that he shouldn't have been forced to go through such a strenuous activity, such as a quote unquote fight day, which is, they said, is hazing to begin with, sir.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like the as you say, the cops and them try to cover it up by saying it's his fault. He didn't tell them, like, give them his medical history. When that, you know what I mean, what the hell, you know what I mean, who does it here? And again, these fraternities and sororities, you know what I mean, you complain about them doing it, and now you have the cops and them doing it. You understand? And these gangs, I think they do some, you know what I mean, some stuff like that, initiation stuff too. So you tell me the police is a big gang, is a sorority?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, these are people who you're depending on to protect and serve. These what they're doing. These where the way your tax dollars going to hazing.
Right.
And now your tax dollars had to go towards what? Taking care of his brother for the rest of his life, basically. Cause he sound like, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, like everyday stuff is a, you know what I mean, problem. You know what I mean? Going to the bathroom will be a problem. You know what I mean? Brushing his teeth, doing everything, just taking care of himself is going to be a problem. All because you know what I mean, you know what I mean, you wanna, you know what I mean, partake in some form of, you know what I mean, that something that has nothing to do with being a cop. Nothing to do with it.
Yep. That's what it sounds like with him. Where Slakia Warren, go ahead.
Yes, like I said, I was just gonna say, and that whole thing where it's 4 against 1. I mean, to the point where they knocked the brother to the point he falls and he hits his head on the tile, and all this ends up happening. It's such a cowardly thing. And even when we read the scriptures, you know, when Joab and them, we used to tell the young man, let the young man play. It used to be 1-on-1. I mean, these cowards here, they just put 4 men on you. I mean, like that's supposed to be fair. That's not how you test out somebody's, you know, strength, by putting 4 men on him. I mean, so that's just unfortunate. But again, that brother had no business even being around them devils. So you go around like the old say, you lay with dogs to get fleas. Fortunately, he's gonna have to deal with this for the rest of his life.
Yep, and listen, I mean, the having some sort of final test or some sort of standard to meet, you find that in any discipline, especially when it's physical. Even you play basketball, at some point in time you had to go, you know, they'll do 1-on-1 or 2-on-1s. You playing, you doing that NFL, they're gonna always do the outnumber thing because they want to see how you perform in the outnumber. But 4 men on one, that's one dynamic. 4 men on one where it's called fight day, not not the final test from everything you learn.
Right.
4 white men on a black man, that's a whole other thing. And lastly, 4 white men in a Colorado. Is it Colorado or just Denver?
Denver, sir. Denver, Colorado.
It's 4 white men in a Colorado police department against 1 black man. That's a whole other thing. If you know anything about Denver, Colorado.
Yep.
That's a whole other scenario right there. You know what I mean? And I think this is a picture of him wrestling some of them. And he got on the padded gloves. They ain't got on nothing on their hands, so they bare knuckling him.
Right.
You understand? And what is the sense of this when you're gonna shoot the person who's trying to fight you any goddamn way? Like, what is the point of this shit? Y'all ain't fighting nobody in the street. Nobody. Y'all ain't tasing, y'all ain't fighting, y'all ain't using that nightstick. That nightstick clean as could be, ain't got a dent in it.
Right.
Y'all shooting anybody who too dare, defy you. So what's the point of this one? You know what I mean? Listen, man, imagine Yahanna said it, man. Like you ain't got no business being in there.
That's
If
right.
you want to be out, sir, there's plenty ramp in here you could get. It ain't gonna be open forever. It ain't gonna be open forever. But as you could come up in here, you want to be an officer, you come up in here. You come up in here where somebody would take care of you.
Right.
Somebody would give a damn about what you're dealing with and take your medical report seriously. The Bible says honor the physician for what he's good for. And use him for what he's good for because the Lord made him. That's what the Bible says. The doctor say he got this condition and what could happen from intense physical activity. You had to take for whatever you're doing on his behalf.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You have to do it.
Commander Yahanna does it for his men.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
We take everything here serious.
Right.
We don't play with brothers' lives.
Yeah, exactly. A man's life is worth a whole lot.
Yeah.
But so they don't give a damn about our life. Our life is worth nothing to them. And this brother here, I mean, just you see the picture in the top right corner with him in the blue blazer with the unbuttoned shirt and he's smiling, the headshot.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could tell it seems like he's the type of brother that like envy knocked out the oppressor.
Okay.
Like he envied the oppressor. And I'm not saying this to discredit him or disrespect him, but however he grew up, maybe he grew up in Colorado, whatever. But you could tell he strives to show them that he is a good guy. You know what I mean? And this is what they did to him. Like, listen, man, you could come up in here and strive the same way. And receive honor. And receive respect. And on top of that, you're going to receive somebody who will right the wrong if a wrong is done.
Yeah.
If there's a wrong that's done, Commander Yahanna is going to right the wrong. The wrong was done, and they try to cover the damn shit up.
Yeah.
Like, look at this here. Look, God damn. What kind of fight? He had to fall and hit his head, and so even if it's fight day, you ain't doing it on no padded mats or nothing. Like this bear cup pretty on. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Salaki, if I could. Oh.
Yeah, go ahead, please, God.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Ottawa. You still going? I was just gonna say, and there's more to it because if it was, look, this is just one of our things we do. It's part of our training. We do this so they can be physical, so they can know what it's like to be dealing with a perp. That's understandable. But that's not the deal. Some more to it. You said, why cover it up? Why not say he was injured in a training? That can happen. You injured. Happens in the oppressor's military all the time. It don't happen in ours like that because we care about our men. But it happens in the oppressor's military all the time. They getting killed in training, getting injured, handicapped in training. Okay, they could have just wrote that, but why lie on it and make this big false report? Something like I wouldn't trust these devils. He probably fell down. They start beating the crap out of him, kicking him on the ground and all type of stuff until his whole body start falling apart. Head, brain dead stuff. Like what did they do? What did they do to this man? It seemed like it's more to it than just this is one of our things and it training. It was an accident. Why cover it up? You can claim it's an accident. You're the oppressor. So this is one of those things where, man, I wish brothers would have been listening to the ISUPK.
Yeah.
Like, whew, this is a rough deal, and if a brother could have heard our message, and even more listened to our message about this society and these things, these organizations that we shouldn't be joining. We shouldn't be joining the white man's army. We shouldn't be joining the white man's police force. Hell, the post office got a police force. Join them. You get paid. get your head stomped in.
Exactly.
Like man, all our people listening, those are not organizations to join. I know they can look like you're going to get these benefits, and yeah, some guys make it through and they got these great benefits in the end. But you ain't seeing they gonna promote them, but you're not seeing these stories. You're not seeing this story. You're not seeing the man who lost his legs and lost his arms and hands and feet. You're not seeing the sisters that's getting raped and coming up missing on these forts and these bases in Texas.
Right.
You know, getting battery acid poured on her on their body so they can try to clear evidence. Those are the things you need to consider. Not I'm gonna get a charger, I'm gonna get a pension. Go to the VA hospital. Consider that. After they beat your body down, and you 60, 70 years old, and you in the VA, you become an experiment.
Right.
When you come in and out, and they got you on all type of medicine, got you waiting in long lines, paperwork crazy. All you are is just a check at that point. Oh, well, come get some more medicine. Oh, you got another feeling? Come get some more medicine for that medicine. Matter of fact, you need some medicine for the original medicine we gave you.
Basically.
That's what you become. So if next time, you brothers out there, if you got somebody who's considering joining the white man's army, take them to the VA hospital and say, this is the end result. You get into the old age, and all those things come back on you, and you'll be sitting like these brothers.
Yeah.
So that's all I'll bring on that. Salaki, it's heartbreaking story. Salaki.
I'm gonna say something too, if I could, right? And I know this would be an unpopular opinion, an unpopular take, but who knows if this is the Lord stopping him because he would have done this to somebody else based on the training that he done received from him. Like, had he graduated, what was this? I don't have no evidence to say otherwise. That he probably could have went on to do the same thing to somebody else. So not this year was, who knows? It's a rough one, and Lord be with him. I'm not saying he deserves it or anything like that, but the article says he was a trainee, right?
Couple times.
Yeah. So if you a trainee in 2024, which means you done seen George Floyd, you seen Sonia Massey, you seen what's the other girl who they hung in the prison from Oklahoma? You seen George Floyd, you seen Sonia Massey, you seen Eric Garner, you seen Trayvon Martin, you've seen it all, and you still go join the force. There's something in you that finds something glorious in there. I don't know what the motivation for that is, and you can see from this picture, he was very proud to be in that blue. Colorado, Denver, Colorado, brother, is a very, very racist place.
Yeah.
Absolutely racist, brother. Them places, Denver, Wisconsin, the racism in those areas is it's ridiculous. And he's there smiling and posing. He want to be a cop. I get it. You want to be a hero, you know what I mean? But there's a place you could actually be a real hero. I don't know why the Lord will let this judgment fall on him, but it got to be for a reason. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I don't know why I was questioning the Lord. I'm just saying that who the hell knows why this happened. But shit, he's being trained to do to somebody what they did to him. Because that's what they do to you too.
Yep.
They're all four jumping. You remember the brother in Memphis?
Yep. Tyree Nichols, sir.
They beat him to death, brother. What's this brother up in a residential area? 4 or 5 of them. They go from fight night or fight day or whatever too.
What about what's the brother name? It's Freddie Gray.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And Salaka, so if I could, Captain Shock, everyone you was bringing out, because when stuff like that happened to you, the point of it right? And it happens in gangs also. The whole point of it is to victimize you, right? Why? Because everybody knows there's nobody more merciless than a victim. Once you've been victimized, you could do things to people because you want to take that out on somebody else. Somebody else has to go through it because I've been through it.
That's right.
For them to be doing that in the police force, they're literally looking to victimize you so that when it's time for you to join them in victimizing somebody else, then you have no compassion when you do it.
That's a crazy point right there. That's a crazy point. It's down there like they're breeding a certain type of officer.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the same thing you do with pit bulls. You know, you got to rough them up.
Get them vicious.
Well, listen. I mean, if that was the case, I hope he get his money from the department, but he should not have been in there. You join the police department right now if you're a brother or sister. No, if you're in there already, that's a different thing. You call the school, you could get counsel on how you could make your exit, make your I say a transition, make your exit from one place to the next. But if you in 2024 sign up for the police academy after everything that institution has done, you are like somebody who trying crack for the first time after watching The Wire, after watching The Corner, after watching documentaries on Kensington, Philadelphia, after seeing everything about what crack does to you and heroin does to you. For you to go try that now, like what is wrong with you at this point? Like that is crazy there, man. You go in there and they did this to you. It's like Botham Jean. He gave me a type of Botham Jean vibe. I don't know if you all remember Botham Jean. You know what I mean? You have that type of, I'm good, I'm gonna strive, I'm gonna come in here and we're gonna make a difference in the earth. Like that's not the place to make the difference, man. You a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man. The place to make the difference is in the Israelite School or UPK.
That's right.
That's the place to make the difference. Oh shit! If you're just in the world, you're gonna make a bigger difference than you joining them that bunch of monsters.
Yeah.
Joining that bunch of monsters, you're not gonna make a difference there. So you're just gonna perpetuate the same thing that's been going on. 3 or 4 years ago, what's the sister in Minnesota who was shot in her house?
Breonna Taylor, sir.
Breonna Taylor went in there for, say they had a warrant for somebody, executed the sister in her own house. 3 or 4 years later, they execute another sister in her own house. Like what on earth do you think, is gonna be, come from doing this?
Yeah. Right.
Like what on earth could really come from that type of activity to say, you getting into it for whatever reason? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm looking at the brother too. I don't know if you finished your cap.
Yeah, go ahead, please, guys.
Yeah, Salaki. I know if you mean looking at the brother, he looked like, he looked like he had some sugar in the tank, you know what I mean? And and who knows what these devils, was trying to, do to like he looked like, he looked like he was in the wrong profession. You know what I mean? He looked like he's supposed to be behind a desk, behind some, computer working. He don't look like he cut out for that. But how America is, it leave Black people a little bit of option to put bread on the table for their family. You understand? It's either you go in the streets, either you go join the service. And he decided to go join the police service and not the military. Because you could clearly see he not cut out for that. And knowing Esau, knowing that beast, he's like, you know what? We're gonna be extra rough with him today. Because he looked like he'll, so we go harden them up.
Yeah.
And keep laughing. You know what I mean? Knock the brother unconscious. That wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? Bring him back, and you know what I mean. I believe he got knocked unconscious once, and they still continue on. After that, after he got back up, they still continue fighting. Watch him. Nah.
I'm saying, like he's like a good boy, like
Yeah.
a good, like a upstanding citizen type. I'm obeying these laws, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want nobody get wrong what we're saying. There's nothing wrong with you come up this way. That's just how you grow. Not everybody had certain conditions when they was growing. Some conditions was more difficult than others. But I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna give him that pass in the cap about there's not much we could do because okay, somebody Google for me what's the average salary of a police officer out of the academy.
I'll be shocked if it's more than 50,000.
Like, tell me what do they start with?
I'll be shocked.
I really want to know out of the academy what do they start with?
Because I want to say, I mean, I want to make it sound like it's a joke I'm making. But brother, I ain't going to say it, no. I think I'm making a joke, but no.
Good, so what?
Yeah, and just to draw on the point now, and this is why again, these warnings and them is so important and relevant to us today, in us joining, our oppressors, let me say, military, police service, police force, and again, just as we say, going off at the premise, this should be an example to us today, because now again, and you had in the article when you see 2024. And imagine, as the brothers been bringing out all these, things take place. The George Floyd, the Trayvon Martin, all these things, and to join the oppressors military and to join his police force, it's a sad thing because now again, we just going off of the premise of the mindset of us being, conditioned or trained in the way of this society. And again, in Revelation 18, and I could just read two verse in Revelation 18.
Please,
Can. The book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
Right.
Verse 5. For her sins have.
Let me read on there for you. So, and you just break it on. So we went to stop, right? Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities.
And this is the part where I wanted to draw from as we draw in reference, to the brother, knowing and giving all the details of the information of his ailment or his condition. And they having these records in their hand and knowing this condition with any, let me say, brute force could cause, or bring harm to this brother. And now we see now where if we now give up details or information like that and we still join as we say, our oppressors, force, his sins already reach unto the Lord. And again, who knows? Who knows? And this is why it's so important, because again, the Most High God, as you say, I remember the iniquities of our oppressors. So let this be a warning for us, Salaki.
Yep, you're absolutely right. That was a perfect precept too, because it's telling you stay out of this oppressor. So you don't get part of the plague. Imagine the police is known for beating black men up. You go in there to train to be a police. Maybe it was your intention to change it from the inside out. And before you could even be a police, they beat you up, a black man. Like you don't took part in the plagues. They formed this brother hand, he don't even have no thumb. Like his situation is rougher. Like whatever happened here, it triggers something. and his life isn't definitely no longer the same. You know what I mean? You could have just been at the UPK and living life like everybody else, and people taking care of you and considering you. Anybody found the salary?
I'm looking for it here now. Go ahead.
Sir. It says the salary for a Denver police officer recruit is $68,878.
$68,878, right? And that's before tax.
Right.
That's before tax. So after tax on 68, he probably taking home about 55. After tax, maybe even a little bit less. After tax on insurance and that type of shit, Medicaid, Medicare, retirement, he probably taking home. A Warren, we say less.
Yeah, probably about 48. He's taking home.
Yeah, I was being conservative with the 55. He's probably just here. We can't take care of nobody. But it definitely could be with the taxes and everything else. He's taking home a certain amount. That's way less. And okay, now somebody look up for me the average salary of a Uber driver or a Lyft driver working, regular 40 hours a week. Or a full-time, put full-time Uber or Lyft or ride share or something. What salary they making? Let me know.
It says annual salary for the average is $33,709, sir.
You give me full-time.
Yeah, this is full time for Maryland, sir.
Okay, yeah, that's not the salary for the average Uber driver.
I got one, sir. The median total pay
that particular one you probably pulled it because that is after they take out gas and repairs and your taxes and they dumb it all the way down. But the money you seeing, that's Uber driver doing it full time is not seeing that money. Go ahead.
According to Glassdoor, the median total pay for an Uber driver is $89,743 per year.
A full-time driver, somebody who's doing that 40 hours, and they usually do 40 to 60 because of the weekends and shit like that, is making upwards of 60, 65. You know what I mean? Now it's not the same as a cop because half the time you're just riding around and sitting down. You're working for them hours though, so it's a little bit more difficult. But there's options for people. There's options right now if you have a little hustle in you. There's options, brother. Listen now, right there in DC, there's a Zebulonite brother. Now you would probably remember him too. He does landscaping. And in the summertime, he's in the north. Yeah. Once it hits fall, he moves to Florida to continue the landscaping.
Yeah.
And comes back after spring to the north side to do landscaping. Like there's work to be done. You ain't got to be no cop.
Yeah.
You don't have to. At this point, the salary is not that competitive where it's like, man, it's good money. It's not that when there's other options that you could do. You get it? When you don't have to do that for your people, man. You could really take a stand for your people and not do it. So I mean, let's move on from him. That's a
so like if I'm
exactly.
So like if I may, sir, and all of y'all said something heavy. You said something mentioned earlier. For you to see what has happened to black people and you still decide to be a police officer, okay, really to be, and I don't want to project or assume anything about that brother, but just from a brother that has worked in these fields, that has went through a law enforcement academy, that has went through Esau's basic training.
Right.
In order for you to see what happens to black people at the hands of police officers and you still go to be a police officer, really, you blame black people for what happens to them. That's the only way. That's the only way you can rationalize you joining this occupation knowing what they do to our people is if you have to blame black people. And I'm not saying that just hypothesizing. I'm speaking as a brother who was there. He's like, well, he should have, man, we got to learn how to talk to authority, man. I was one of those cats who was like, man, we got to start teaching. We got to learn how to deal with authority. See, we got a problem as a people. We got, black men got a problem. I was one of them cats. And the church makes you blame your people for the suffering and oppression because it's much harder to look the perpetrator in the face and say, you're the problem. And for him to join the police force, knowing full well what Denver and that's the suburbs or Aurora, they the ones that killed Elijah McClain.
Exactly.
Like
in the same type of taking advantage victim way. The way how they did Elijah was the same way. Go ahead.
Right. So for him to join, knowing and seeing what has happened, he's somebody that has blamed black people. And like you said, Cap, I didn't want to say it. And you read my mind. Who's to say that the Lord it's a lot. Who's to say that the Lord saved the life of countless other brothers and sisters from him? Because you know, to do that, I know he blamed black people for what happens to them. So like
listen, it got to be something in there driving you at this point. It got to be there something driving you because you wasn't existing in there all the time. You was
right.
You went and signed up. No, you ain't got to do that, man. Especially from what he looked like before. He do look like he had options, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It looked like he had anyway. Let's move on from this guy. It's Lord be with him. Lord be with him. But I can tell you up in here, brother, Commander Yahanna takes care of his men.
That's right.
Takes care of his brothers and his sisters. You know what I mean? He does the whole thing. And you're going to get vetted before any sort of physical activity. With that said, you know, Hebrew Academy starts when? September
15th.
September 15th. I think it's too late to join in now. The physicals should have already been in. And Commander Arnold gets everybody, every Hebrew Academy prospect has to bring in a physical from a doctor clearing you to be fit for physical activity. And based on that physical that you submit, the academy is going to be for, you know, certain things is going to be taped, but you're gonna do the whole academy, but you will have modified sections of it if you have a affliction. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we for sure ain't doing nobody dirty like that. And goddamn, picking you up and dropping you on your head and all of that shit with this shit. For the sake of what? To be tough?
Huh?
No. Let's move on. Let's see if we can squeeze a few more. We go past 11 just a little bit, if so much. You know what I mean? Again, if you're all on there, like, subscribe, share. We're on the new channel now. The real General Yahanna. Just share it around. I know a lot of people probably say, you know, still new to a whole lot of people made the move this week. He's gonna be on this same channel on Monday, 9 p.m. Make sure and tune in. Make sure and share, like, subscribe. If you're not familiar, get familiar. You know what I mean? Where y'all want to go next? You want to go with Kamala?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, let's rock with let's see if we can pull up Kamala. I think it's number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
Number 2, sir.
And 3. I think we could do. I think 3 might be good.
2.
We could do 2 and 3, and then
okay.
I definitely touch on number 1.
Okay, Khan,
sir. Last black man in San Francisco, actor, says Harris laughed when she wrongly convicted him. Actor and filmmaker Jamal Truelove has spoken out about his experience with Kamala Harris following his 2010 wrongful conviction for murder. In a recent YouTube interview on the channel The Art of Dialogue, Truelove recounted the day he was convicted of first-degree murder, a charge for which he was later acquitted and awarded $13.1 million from San Francisco. He described seeing Harris, then the San Francisco district attorney, in the courtroom. When they came with the verdict guilty, I turned around and I looked. And I saw Kamala Harris, said True Love, who starred in the 2019 film The Last Black Man in San Francisco. We locked eyes. We locked eyes this one time and she laughed. True Love, who was sentenced to 50 years in prison, expressed his shock at Harris's reaction. She literally, Salaki?
No, go ahead.
Kawakan. She literally just like kind of busted out laughing, he said. The filmmaker said that before his trial, he and others in his community had hoped Harris, a black district attorney from the East Bay, might be sympathetic to their concerns, but it didn't work out that way. It was strictly, you did this, we are charging you, you're going down. True Love recalled. The Harris campaign did not immediately respond to requests for comment on True Love's wrongful conviction. True Love, who rose from public housing to pursue an entertainment career, including a run on VH1's reality show, I Love New York, in 2007, was framed by police in a case of mistaken witness identification for the fatal shooting of Sue Kuka. He spent nearly 7 years behind bars before the conviction was overturned. He was acquitted of all charges after he filed an appeal for a second trial in 2015. True Love says he will vote for Donald Trump in November, according to public record.
Lock it, if I could.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a lot, sir. And this is okay. So Kamala is a prosecutor. That's all she knows, right? That's her career, prosecuting black men. And this is somebody who, that's her field of work. And as a president, you want to give her more jurisdiction to prosecute his sons. Because that's how her mind works. She prosecutes. That's why she could laugh in his face when he's looking at her, because that's a I got you laugh. Well, black people, she's about to get black people. I mean, because that's what she's wired to do: prosecute black people and demonize black people and not give a damn whether they're innocent or not. And these simple Negroes think that she's gonna have compassion on them. She's not bred to have compassion on you. She's bred to prosecute you.
Yeah, you're right. Listen, I have a clip here for you. Just on the back of that, I want to play it for you all now. Bear with me. You all can see it?
Yeah, can see.
Power I have as a prosecutor is that with a swipe of my pen, I can charge someone with a misdemeanor, the lowest level offense possible. And by virtue of that swipe of my pen, you will have to go to a courthouse and stand in line. You will have to come out of pocket and hire an attorney. You may get arrested for a few hours. You will be embarrassed in your community. You will miss time from coming onto the Google campus, all because with the swipe of my pen, I've charged you with a crime, which I may choose to dismiss 2 weeks later.
Brother, that's who's doing like. She said, with the swipe of my pen, I could do this. And I'm gonna hold on, let me see if I can start it over. There's something she did right in the beginning, kind of like with her shoulders, a kind of way. Kind of like with her shoulders as she's telling you, what she could do. She kind of like, she sits, she sass in the damn power. She kind of just, she kind of do a kind of thing like that in the power, like she feeling the power, brother. I want to see if I can zoom in. Let me see if I can zoom in a little. Yeah, there you go. All right.
The power I have as a prosecutor is that with a swipe of my pen.
You see that? You see it right there?
Yeah.
Just with the swipe of my pen, and she did something now. She did something. Let me see if I can play it again for anybody who missed it. Like she felt the power, going through her body as she even recalling it, because she done did it so much. She done did it so much to black men. It's like she's sitting and reveling in that thing. Keep your eyes on her shoulder when she say with the swipe of my pen.
Power I have as a prosecutor is that with a swipe of my pen,
You see how she sit up in that thing there and rock and pause?
Yeah.
Brother, she's reveling. She's reveling in what she's done. And she talking about what she could do and how she could wreck your life. And she could just do it for fun, because 2 weeks later, she could just dismiss the charge.
Yep.
Let me please just say that.
I can charge someone with a misdemeanor, the lowest level offense possible. And by virtue of that swipe of my pen, you will have to go to a courthouse and stand in line. You will have to come out of pocket and hire an attorney. You may get arrested for a few hours. You will be embarrassed in your community. You will miss time from coming onto the Google campus. All because with the swipe of my pen, I've charged you with a crime, which I may choose to dismiss 2 weeks later.
Salaki, sir.
Y'all jump in. I'm not everybody got something to say right now.
Real quick, right? She's talking like she's Thanos. If I snap my finger, she just disappeared. That's the type of pride she has by now. She's talking like she's Thanos, and she can only talk like that when she's prosecuting the black community. There's no community that would let her talk like that. It would have been lawsuits and accountability immediately if she's talking like that about the small hats, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, they would never let her do that.
Yep.
So like, if I may, sir, and I watch a lot of videos of Kamala Harris just because I do TikToks, and so I do a lot of research and watching. And Cap, this right here is the true Kamala Harris. Like this is the way she talks here. Anybody that doesn't watch a lot of her videos, you might have to watch a lot of her content to get what I'm saying. She doesn't talk like this. Like when she's on the campaign trail, she doesn't talk like that. The whole demeanor, the whole vibe, that it's real. She has a real goofy disposition about her on the campaign trail. Like she's just a ditzy airhead and she's goofy. This is a serious woman right here. This is a woman that will make sure I will make your life a living hell if you cross me. This is the real Kamala Harris right here, and it's something very evil. The whole vibe of it is like, I would hate to be in a courtroom and she's in there, because that's the whole vibe. It's like, I'm going to make your life hell because it's Tuesday. Just because it's Tuesday.
For fun.
Yeah.
I'll just do it for fun. And then just 2 weeks later, when I done drained the little savings you have, the low mortgage you have to do and trade in the car to pay the bond, I'll just dismiss the charges.
Right.
And she said, I may choose to dismiss it later, which lets you know her justice, her function in the justice system has nothing to do with what the law says.
Right.
It has to do with how she feels and what she wants to do, but not what the law says. Because just like how she could dismiss a charge that her pen wrote, she could dumb down another charge. Because when these oppressors go shoot up the schools or, do some other heinous act, somehow they get all kind of, insanity plea. Look at what's he do in Wisconsin? What's his name? Rittenhouse, Kyle Rittenhouse. You get what I'm saying? Like this, brother. If you ain't seen of the UPK or heard of the UPK, you better find the ISUPK quickly.
That's right.
Women are your oppressors and children rule over you. That's what the scripture talking about.
If I could.
Slaki, sir.
No, go ahead.
That's what I was gonna say, sir. You just put the nail on the head of why that looks so familiar. You just brought it home for me. This is a white woman for those that's watching, but when she said that, I've seen so many black women in the community growing up that spoke like that, talking to their man. I'll call that police, and I'll have them here in under 5 minutes, and they're gonna take your black ass to jail, and you're gonna sit in there, and this is not, and you ain't gonna have no money. Like I've seen that before. And she's not a sister, but that's where sisters get it from her, from white women. That's where they get it from. That whole vibe of it is like it's evil as hell. It's like, I'll make sure you won't ever see these kids. You know what I'm saying? I'll say you've been molesting the kids. I'll do whatever I can to make your life a living hell. That's the vibe I got from that, and it rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, listen, like you so right because so like Kapash, go ahead, please, Cap. Go ahead.
Okay, kind of what I mean that you was just
No, it's all
agreeing.
good.
But I was gonna say what I was just gonna say two things. Two things about this. Okay, number one, she can be brought up before the bar with what she just said, and she probably should. Or should have been brought up before the bar. As a person who works in law, right? You are not allowed to say things like that in public and manipulate the law like that. It is unethical. And when you're a lawyer, there's a lot of ethics that you have to keep up with. You cannot say you will dismiss a charge because you feel like it.
Well, Cap, she
You cannot
say
say things like that. That's why that's what I'm saying. That's why what the brother said is heavy. That she only could be talking about black people. And when you look at Richard, that's who the main people that she had malpractice against. She had a brother on death row, and her supposedly her office held up evidence. You got this brother. There was another big thing about, I think, some type of marijuana that her office was prosecuting people, black men, for like marijuana charges, even though it became legal.
Right.
It was something like that. I gotta read back and look it up. So it's only okay to say stuff like that prosecuting the black man. And when you think about she rose, how high she's rising up in this type of empire, that's what this empire loves. This empire will reward that. You hate black men, or you the one who's going to deal with black men, and you the one going to stick it to them? Oh yeah, we're going to make you the manager. We're going to make you the regional manager. Matter of fact, you so good with the black men, we're going to make you CEO. And this kingdom loves that. So black man, you got to recognize. Man, Yahanna said a long time ago that they trying to put the black man out of this society, to where you ain't got a place in society. You won't have a job. You won't have a place to live. You will have nothing. Man, Yahanna said that a while ago. And guess what? The people in the spirit who want her to become, who are with her or would support her, they in the spirit, they have that with them in the spirit. Like, oh yeah, we need to get rid of black men. Black men is the enemy. Because this is who she's talking about. She's not talking, like the brother said, she's not talking about small hats. She's not talking about Asians. She's not talking about the Hindus. None of that. With the swipe of her pen, she'll get rid of the black man. And then, so yeah, those are the two things, man. She can be part of for the bar for statements like that, because it goes to her ethics.
Well, okay, Cap, you thinking about, if I could, you coming from the point of or the position or the perspective of all things being equal and right, and that's not the situation. You know what I mean? And you're right. If any other judge did that, if a black judge did it, you know what I mean, it would have been a problem. They would say, well, you're just doing this for fun. You just wielding your power. Like, okay, she is. This is, you know what she is? You know what this face is? And that this whole speech is? This is what you call drunk with power.
Yep.
She's drunk with it. Like a drunk person. You see, they have a drink and they just start talking everything. Talking all their business. When normally they wouldn't say what they're saying. But she is drunk. So the proper disposition for somebody like that would be to explain that this job is not easy. This job, charging somebody could destroy their life. So this is why I have to be very careful about the charges and very thorough with the evidence. And she could have put it in perspective. Instead, she's up there flaunting her power with a drink in her hand, like the woman in Revelation on the beast. I saw the woman arrayed in purple, the harlot with the cup in her hand, sitting on the beast. The beast is America. She's sitting on the beast, and she's drunk. She is drunk on her own wine, on her own thing. She's drunk with power. That's why she's so loose about it. She's not tactful. She's not put together. Barack Obama was the Democrat Party last statesman. Like a real statesman ambassador who could go in there and captivate a room and speak, publicly speak and, put things in perspective and mop up a mess. He was the last one. Hillary tried it and lost to Obama. But everybody else, Biden come up there and just running his mouth, saying all kind of stuff he ain't supposed to say. She herself been quiet for the last 4 years. But like, Officer Kazak saying, you watch a lot of her interviews, you watch enough, you're going to see where she is drunk with the power this empire done given her. She is drunk with the blood of the saints. That's in the book of Revelation. You're drunk with the blood of the saints.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she is. She's like, and I might just choose to dismiss it in 2 weeks. Like, that's how frivolous people's life is to you.
Right.
That's abuse of power. Abuse of power.
Brother, y'all better come up in here quickly, man. You better join these ones quickly. Because what they're planning to do to us, I ain't too sure you're going to have the time after. That is why, now you see why the Asian hate bill was passed so quickly. Because with the stroke of a pen, I could do this. Right. Now you see why. It was passed so quick. So quick, brother. Absolute madness. Absolute. Let's get number 3 there real quick. I think it runs straight into the same thing will come out.
Oh, God.
I'm while getting that. Just to add to what you say too, the small hats did it in New York. Right, we have a story on them doing that same thing in New York, passing a bill quick to get rid of masks.
Yeah, we get that too. I saw that on the
Oh, God. Can Kamala Harris win over disenchanted Latino voters? Latinos had ranked among the Democrats' most reliable bases, but the party's once dominant advantage has shrunk. The abrupt substitution of Kamala Harris for Joe Biden as the Democratic Party's presidential nominee has energized 2 of the party's bedrock bases of support: pro-choice women and African Americans, along with millions of young voters who felt dismay at the Hobson's choice posed by 2 old white guys in the presidential contest. But the country's estimated 36 million eligible Latino voters could be another story. Their importance in presidential races has been steadily growing over the past 50 years, and Latinos are projected to represent nearly 15% of eligible voters nationwide by November. Historically, Latinos have ranked among the Democratic Party's most reliable sources of votes, in about the same league as Black and Jewish voters. But the party's once commanding advantage has been shrinking. Hillary Clinton trounced Donald Trump among Latinos nationwide in 2016 by a factor of 81% to 16%. Yet 4 years later, the former president upped his share to 1 of every 4 votes cast by Latinos. A slew of prominent Latino politicians and trade unionists have endorsed the vice president since the president's withdrawal from the race on July 21st. They include some progressive Democrats who had condemned the terse message Harris had for would-be Latin American immigrants to the United States during a 2021 press conference in Guatemala City. Do not come. But it remains unclear whether Latino voters overall will give Harris a big boost in her bid to defeat Trump. For starters, they are diverse in national origin, as well as the circumstances and histories of their communities' immigration. Most Southern California Chicanos reflect their state's liberal tendencies and have little in common ideologically with the majority of Miami's right-leaning Cuban Americans. Phoenix-based pollster Mike Noble notes that Latino voters whose roots go back to Colombia, Venezuela, and other South American countries have been gravitating towards the Republican Party over the past 4 years. Latinos are not yet digging deep into their pockets to support Harris. 2 Zoom fundraising calls with Black women and men held on consecutive nights right after Biden bowed out brought in a total of $2.8 million. Similar Zoom calls with Latinas and Latinos for Kamala on July 24th and 31st, respectively, posted a combined net haul of $188,000.
So listen, if I could, they're now trying to, they recognize the Latino vote could sway her election.
Right.
They're saying this Latino vote it got more power than they think, and they should not ever underestimate it, because the Latino vote is so much Latinos on how much you say, 32 million eligible voters?
Sir.
Eligible voters in certain states. Not to mention the money she could get from our brothers, our Latino tribe brothers. So they're plotting on us to raid us for a vote, and we get nothing on the back end of it. And I remember that "Do Not Come" speech.
Yep.
I remember that thing, and she's such a turncoat, because one time she said, we have to open our borders to everybody and let them come, come in here because their life is hard. And then she turned around right back as soon as she got on the campaign trail, and it was like, don't tell them, don't come. So she's willing to say whatever to get in there. And it's down there like the perfect storm. It's the perfect storm. It's the perfect coincidence of instances or tragedies, really, to say, where because she's a woman, there's an inherent feeling or inherent need to prove herself just as hard, just as ruthless, just as businesslike as a man. And it often keeps women in that position to go overboard. So with her at the helm, when the movers and shakers ready to do what they do, she is not going to push back and say, no, we can't do that. She's going to get done with it, because, of course, see, this is why we should have put a man in office.
Right.
If I could, sir.
That's rough. Go ahead, Warren,
I wonder
please.
how long before she shows up on the news or social media somewhere with a sombrero on her head. Because I already know her plays,
She's gonna show up there saying, "Ay caramba, I'm Speedy Gonzalez, the fastest prosecutor in all of Mexico."
Yeah.
Yeah, big. So, go ahead, Captain.
I was gonna say, and if I could, man, it's gonna be ugly if she get in, because with the swipe of a pen, she gonna put everybody on child support in jail. With the swipe of a pen, she gonna get rid of every immigrant and put them in a concentration camp. With the swipe of a pen, this and that. So just imagine. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine.
it's like a cap. Hopefully, with a swipe of a pen, she starts World War III. Hopefully.
That's what Trump said. Remember, Trump said
Mhm.
if he don't win the election, it's guaranteed World War III. So it don't matter who wins,
Right.
we in there.
God, that's what we
That's
need. We need that.
That's right.
so yeah, man. So Cap, you want to talk? So like, if you saying something, somebody saying something.
Yeah, I was just going to add. You know what I mean? I wish. You know what I mean? We really. You know what I mean? Could see that. You know what I mean? All of this is just they gaming us up. For real,
Mhm.
for real. You know what I mean? Like you go take a look and see the percentage of what voter turnouts for blacks and Hispanics, and then check the voter turnout for whites and see if it's going to add up. You understand what I'm saying? And then on the other thing you had to put into perspective is these people who you're gonna you so-called elect, how much money you giving them for the campaign? How much
Too
money?
much.
2 million. 2 million is pocket change.
Yeah.
You understand? Them that the APAC, them lobbyists, they just got a brother from New York out of his position. They spent over $24 million to get him out. And you telling me they're going to, you know what I mean, you going to sway a vote without, you know what I mean, bringing your, you know what I mean, money to the table? It's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Trump getting, Kamala getting, it doesn't make a difference for black people. It's
Exactly.
opinions. It does not make a difference. It's not going to change your life. We've been doing it for over what 50 years, and it's getting worse wherever we're living.
Right.
It's getting worse. So
Yeah.
don't think putting Kamala in office now is going to somehow change your whole life perspective. It's going to get worse.
Right.
And they ain't going to stop giving Israel all them billions. They just signed off for 20 billion to go to Israel. 20 billion. But you ain't getting no money.
Yeah.
You want to go get ink on your finger? Go get ink on your finger. Go just be, you know what I mean, a cog in the wheel, you know what I mean, or a pawn on the table. Be that. You understand? Or you could come in the ISUPK and really wake up and realize we've been, you know what I mean, we've been gamed up. We've
That's
been
right.
gassed up to be thinking that we are somehow part of America when we're not. We're not. And we never will be a part of America. Never. You understand? Never. We have to separate. You understand? What is black people nice with? Desegregate, if that's a word.
Yeah.
You understand? That's what we
Yeah.
have to. And then you'll see a difference. Then you'll see them coming to you and really trying to make some big deals with you. You know what I mean? Then you'll see something happening. But until then, you keep on getting gamed up to go and stand in some line to get ink in your finger and thinking you're gonna make a difference. It's gonna keep on getting.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. There ain't gonna be no difference to me. None. You know what I mean? If I could, just before we run out of time, I would like to get that first UK story.
Mm-hmm.
Number one.
Can.
If our warrior could pull up that with what they're talking about there.
Concept.
What was that? So what for our warrior? So that
Yeah. Can.
UK violence is a racist, far-right attack on people of color, and we shall all be paying attention. Over the last several days, violent riots have occurred in Britain as a result of far-right anti-immigrant rhetoric. The level of damage is the worst the country has seen in over a decade, and it includes hotel housing migrants being set on fire, stores being destroyed, mosques being attacked, and streets being flooded with racist chants and Nazi salutes.
Brother, like I don't think the media really giving this give this the attention it need. Like you see how we have a saying in the black community, the streets is hot. Yeah, this shit is bad. It's absolutely bad. You know what I mean? Like the brother sent me a tape recently where the EDL is called the English Defense League. They like the white supremacists, they like the MAGA people, they like the British white supremacists. And the EDL is marching through the streets in Palestinian and Pakistani neighborhoods singing Allah, Allah, who the F is Allah? Who the F is Allah?
I saw
and
that.
the Arabs is looking at each other confused, like, oh yeah, whatever will we do? Meanwhile, last year in Birmingham, y'all wanted to kill us for speaking on the streets in Bullring. Y'all was flooding all around us ready to kill us. Where's the energy for them?
Yeah.
All the cadence they like to say, where's all of that? Nowhere to be found. And this article is very harmful to black people because again, they always want us to join in their conflict. They always want us to join in their conflict. You know what I mean? And this time, this has nothing to do with us. Whoever wrote this article is very misinformed. They are not targeting black people. And if you see a brown face getting beaten up, they're African.
And Cap, it's lucky. There's it cut there, but what you're saying is so right because they find a way. Like English is such a a Caucasian language. It ain't funny. You know what I mean? It's the same thing to do with NAACP when it says for colored people. Like it's not just for black people. That's why they say colored people. Okay, you go look up the definition of colored. It's not just black. You understand? It's not just us. But when we hear the word color, you know what I mean? It sounds as if it's speaking to us. And as you say, they word it like that to make us, like to try and include us. You understand? So we can go protest with them. You know what I mean? When clearly this ain't, you know what I mean? This ain't our fight. You know what I mean? Let them, let them go fight for Allah, man. You know what I mean? Right now, Allah losing in the Middle East. You understand? Right now, he is losing in the Middle East. You understand? Them Arabs and them know what time it is. They're actually seeing what we saw for over 400 years and more. They're seeing the face of a beast. That, you know what I mean, his bloodlust is unquenchable. You understand? It's you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, the Bible describes him the best. I wonder what Allah have in there to describe the so-called white man. How is, you know what I mean? A Muslim, he had a typing. Tell me how did the Quran describe the white man for you?
That's right.
The Bible for sure describe him for us to the point where we know, you understand? We know he is, you know what I mean? He is, you know what I mean? He is the devil the Bible speaks of. He's a beast. You understand? Like they don't understand. And go ahead.
No, go ahead, Capsulaki.
No, I was just going to add to, like, they're sitting down, them Arabs sitting down, watching the news and seeing what's taking place in Palestine, seeing what's taking place in the West Bank. They ain't bringing that. In the West Bank, brother, them small hats, ooh, they running amok. They is, you know what I mean? They're stealing land. Like, whoa. You understand? They just buried a Palestinian because them settlers went across there, and that's the next thing. I call them settlers. What they call them squatters. Them squatters trying to, you know what I mean, really and truly, you know what I mean, like they unaliving people across on the West Bank, and they ain't telling you, but they getting news. Them oppressors in England, they getting news. And they're seeing, okay, well, we could now do this to them. Because if, if the Middle East, going on like that, if these things happening to black people here in America, like they're fully in the, in the kingdom, and they know, that they could get away with this.
Yeah.
And ain't no stopping them. When you have
Yeah.
a Israeli what they call a minister, you understand? When you have him backing what protesters doing, brother, the city, I don't know if you all heard, but they have a jail across there where right now the whole talk is that them Israelis have a prison where they're molesting them Palestinians. I'm talking about full out molesting, like abusing them. One of the detainees went into some hospital with a ruptured bowels and a damaged throat. You understand? You know what I mean? And they're fighting in the parliament, on the streets, claiming that they have the right to abuse these people. You understand? No, these Englishmen, they're seeing it because their country in on it too. You understand? Their country sending money.
Listen, I mean to cut you off. Go ahead, finish.
No. I'm done. But brother, I seen the link. I seen the full link. Because America been doing it to us for over 400 years and nobody cry. Nobody said nothing.
Nobody's saying a damn thing.
And watch. So
yeah, nobody's saying a damn thing. If I could, just to clear it up. Okay, so this story in the Root, right? The Root is a black paper.
Mm-hmm.
It's a black media outlet. So when the Root says, the riots are targeting people of color, it's trying to foster sympathy from the Negro, the West Indian, the Latinos, the Haitians in Britain to make a side with the Arabs against the oppressor. If a warrior could keep reading on the next paragraph in that same Root article.
Con. If I could, Sir Salaki, right real quick, because that made a point, and because I could tell you, because in the van today on the way to camp, we talked about it. Exactly what Captain Athak said. We're saying that if the Palestinians had asked us, we would advise them against that October 7th attack, because they don't know this white man. And they don't know him. They don't know his bloodlust, like Captain Athak said. He is going to continue till he destroys it completely. So I just want to say that, because it is exactly what we were saying in the van on the way to the camp.
They know him, but they know they are wild man. They don't give a damn. they don't care. They don't care at all. They don't give a damn, brother. They whatever. They going through with that thing. But I want the narrative for this UK thing is going to start changing. And before I do, I want to make sure and get in front of it and to show now the UPK doesn't have a dog in this fight. We not for the EDL or the Palestinians. We don't give a damn who wins, whatever. But we do know right is right and wrong is wrong. However, both sides are absolutely wrong. Both sides are right. And a warrior, when you read that paragraph, and then Kazak, I sent you a link to a study that was done on the EDL. All right, you have it. This was by two professors. I did some research over the past few weeks because I'm seeing on the ground what's going on, and this has nothing to do with black people. This has nothing to do with immigration or Islam, like what the media will put up. This is a clear race war, clear as day, clear, and it's good for us because it doesn't concern us. You know,
sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
You sent it to my messenger, sir? I don't have it.
I sent it to your WhatsApp.
Oh, okay. Come on, sir.
No sweat. Go ahead,
cities like Liverpool, Leeds, and Belfast succumbed to pure chaos over the weekend. Muslims and other minorities are being mercilessly targeted And despite the brutal nature of these protests, we should all be paying attention.
All right, stop right. Go ahead. What did it say?
The havoc was triggered when several children were stabbed last month in a
South. The part where we should all pay attention.
Muslims and other minorities are being mercilessly targeted, and despite the brutal nature of these protests, we should all be paying attention.
So get it straight. The author is saying, in these cities, these white groups, namely the EDL, right? The EDL is like a political organized part of the white supremacy, but they claim to just peacefully protest. They're saying it's the younger generation that joined in the EDL that's doing this, and to some extent that is true. To some extent, right? The EDL is run by some devil named Tommy Morrison. That's not his real name, but that's his political name. And he's been running. He had the National Front and another group called Britain First, right? He's been locked up a whole ton of times for inciting violence and riots by the British government, who claim to be against what he's doing. But Britain is a Muslim country right now. It's they're really trying to turn the head back. For the past 5 years, the mayor of London was an Arab called Sadiq Khan, and their prime minister was another Arab called Rishi Sunak, who was in charge of the whole damn country.
Yeah.
Right. So now to deal with let me just give you all some backdrop. To deal with the immigration situation that was going on in England, and the immigrants we're talking about is Eastern Europeans and Africans coming across the water, because England is close to Paris, close to France, Netherlands. It's easy to get there, like an hour away. And a lot of these Africans make their way north into Italy and then France. So England been having a problem with these Somalians, Eritreans, Eastern Europeans, Albanians, and all of them coming into the country illegal, and also Palestinians and Pakistanis. So this Rishi Sunak, he made a deal with the Rwandan government, I think last year, and it was a $240 million deal, £1 million deal, that they would pay the Rwanda government to set up housing and like an internment camp for deportees, where they're not going to deport people back to their countries, because they're saying people are seeking asylum and coming from war-torn situations, but they would deport people into Rwanda. July 4th of this year, England had elections, and of course, he didn't win, because white people are tired of looking at some face that's not white in their prominent places.
Right.
So they put this devil in called Keir Starmer, right? Keir got elected on July 4th. On July 6th, in his first public speech, he said Rishi Sunak's Rwanda deal is dead. I just need the public to know that. It's costing the taxpayers too much money. We done. The very next week, a Rwandan went in to a dance studio in Southport, England, and started stabbing people. Very next week. What started to happen after that? Up north in Liverpool and Bristol and all them places, they burned down this mosque. I mean, yet how the scripture say, raise it to the foundation.
Right.
I think they was reading that scripture that day, brother. They burnt the mosque down, bricks all over the place. It was done. Burn the police stations down. So this image here, what you seeing, brother, it's not mild at all. This is not mild, and this is not, and this here is really, this is nothing compared to what they're doing. This is really nothing compared to what they're doing. So because of this stabbing, which who knows if it was someone crazy, he was definitely a coward, because he was putting to death these young white girls for no reason. He's absolutely a coward, some Rwandan. So now the EDL and the young EDL supporters, the white supremacists, is against the Arabs, because the original report was that the Rwandan who did the stabbing was an illegal immigrant who was a Muslim. That was the original report. Come to find out days later, he's not illegal. He was born in England, and he's not Muslim. So they really just use it as an excuse to do whatever, right? So he's 17 years old. He went into the studio and started stabbing people, stabbed these 3 girls. So the reporter, read the rest of that part, Awarium, please.
The havoc was triggered when several children were stabbed last month in Southport, Northwest England, at a Taylor Swift themed dance class. The ghastly incident left 3 young girls dead and the country in mourning. Almost immediately, the far right saw this as opportunity to spread disinformation about what happened, including the false assertion that the alleged attacker, a 17-year-old boy, is a Muslim immigrant. However, authorities confirmed that the suspect was born in Britain.
Right? So that's what happened, right? He was born in Britain. You know, he wasn't an immigrant. He's an immigrant, but not like what they're saying. And they went to, to go on and start, destroying the place. Right? I get it. So the whole cry now is they're saying this is a war on minority groups. And everybody had to watch themselves. But if you ask anybody black in England, they're not worried about this. They're staying out the way. So there's this study that was done. Officer Kazaka is going to read it. This was done by some Greek dude and some, I think, Jewish woman. And it's going to start to tell you the whole breakdown of this EDL and what they really mad about. All right? Go ahead, Kazak. I'm going to tell you where to start. You can go ahead and start from the top of the article, and I'm going to tell you where to skip to, all right?
Kawakan. The English Defense League's rational Islamophobia is a racist discourse, but it is not confined to the EDL.
Right?
The emergence.
So they call it rational Islamophobia because it's like they're trying to say it's within reason. A reasonable, sensible person would think like this. So it's really racism they're describing, but they're calling it rational Islamophobia or rational racism. Right? They say it's a racist discourse. But this has nothing to do with Islam. It has nothing to do with that part, really. All right?
The emergence of the English Defense League in 2009 led to renewed discussion of the extent and nature of Islamophobia in British society. George Casamaris and Leonie Jackson have studied the discourse and ideology of the EDL based on the organization's public statements.
So this is a totally objective report. They're not part of any group, but they go and look at public records, what's on their website, what they admit to and testifying to, and this is what they found. So skip to the next paragraph.
Kawakan. The English Defense League EDL emerged in 2009 as a mass street protest movement against Islamic extremism. From the movement's early days, they have
Islamic extremism in quotations.
Right.
That's what they labeling what the EDL is moving as with the Islamic extremism. Don't tell me I'm freezing. Salaki.
Yep, you frozen, sir.
Oh shit. All right, let's see if we could get this thing rocking. Go ahead, Kazak. I'm gonna just have you still go ahead and read. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. From the movement's early days, there has been a tension between the violence and intimidation of protest and the apparently liberal aims espoused by the leadership on the group's website, EnglishDefenseLeague.org. The EDL have claimed from the start that they are not racist, not violent, just no longer silent.
So similar to like Donald Trump. Like how Trump was saying there's good people on both sides. He's saying we're not racist, we're not violent. It's just like we ain't taking this shit no more.
Yeah.
Right? So hold on, let me tell you where to skip ahead. Just for time's sake, I'm gonna skip ahead. Skip to the next paragraph.
Kawakan, sir. While it is important not to take EDL claims at face value, dismissing the group as simply racist fails to take into account crucial elements that construct EDL identity as anti-racist.
Right. So basically, if you just saying this is a racist group, it's like a lazy analysis, right? Based on their studies, they're saying they actually have some sort of a reason for why they're saying what they say, right? Go ahead.
Commitment to multicultural diversity is regularly expressed on the EDL's website through slogans such as Black and White Unite, and through the existence of specialist subgroups, including Jewish, Sikh, and LGBT divisions.
Right? So they have what they say when they say multicultural diversity, they're talking about separate and still getting along. They're not talking about really coming together, and you'll see it in the next paragraph. Go ahead.
Kawakan. In October 2013,
Next paragraph.
Kawakan. There are significant differences between the EDL and far-right groups, such as the BNP.
Right? The BNP was the down near the parent of the EDL and Britain First and the National Front. This was a political party. This was a white supremacist political party back in the 60s and 70s that was straight down the middle. We white supremacists, and we not tolerating nobody. They didn't really get into political power, but they had movement on the ground. And that's who the BNP is, the British National Party. Over time, then you had Britain First, the National Front, and then now you have EDL. The EDL is like the Gen Z, right? The Gen Z of the whole thing. So they're saying there's a difference between them. Go ahead.
Kawakan. While both focus on Islam as a central danger to Britain, the latter views Muslims as a particular symptom of the wider problem of immigration and multiculturalism. The EDL.
So they're saying, they're saying that according to them, Islam is a problem. The extreme Islam is a problem in Britain, but this is a symptom of a bigger problem, right? And just to give you some backdrop, in certain parts of London, these Arabs would practice Sharia law. So not with just only their people. Like if they see a woman who's non-Muslim, not dressed the right way, they would gang up on her and start to be almost like what them purple sodomites do. Like they would start to take over and make life uncomfortable for regular British people. Like you had the background story behind this. This is not just a group of Muslims who go to the mosque and pray and stay separate. They started to impose their will on the British life. And these oppressors are seeing it and getting tired of it. So they're saying this is not really Islam, but it's a bigger problem, right? It's the symptoms of a bigger problem of immigration and multiculturalism. In other words, integration. This whole integration shit with this whole melting pot, this is the problem, similarly to like what's happening in America. You get the point? The integration is what's destroying them, right? Go ahead.
Kawakan. The EDL, by contrast, is not concerned with non-Muslim minorities.
Say that again.
The EDL, by contrast, is not concerned with non-Muslim minorities.
But the article we just read said they're attacking Muslims and minorities.
Yeah.
The EDL is not concerned with non-Muslim minorities. Read on. And let's see who those non-Muslim minorities are. Read on.
And their successful integration is considered proof of just how problematic Muslims are.
So now they flip between religion and race. They say they're not concerned with non-Muslim minorities. But by contrast, the successful integration of the other immigrants is proof that the Muslims is the problem. Who are they talking about by saying the successful integration of other minorities? Who do you think they're talking about? They're talking about black people. They say black people done came to Britain and did not impose their will on us, did not start taking over our businesses, did not start running corruption in the country. They're saying y'all did it. Y'all did it. Palestinians, Pakistanis, they fed up with them. And they're saying this is not an immigration problem like you're trying to say we xenophobic and we, everybody else. That's not what we're saying, because there's other minorities who's not doing what y'all are doing. And you're down here, you're going to have to really understand the whole history of it to get it. Brother, what they're doing in England is similar to how the Jewish man did in Germany.
Right.
Before they gobbling everything up. Everything. You saw, everybody saw it last year in the Bull Ring in Birmingham, how in numbers, how they gang up on us. Now, take that same spirit in physical spaces with these devils and economic spaces where they're just gobbling everything. White people are absolutely tired of those Arab ethnicities in positions of power and taking over the country. The study just said they don't have a problem with the other minorities who don't successfully integrate. This war in the streets between the EDL and the Palestinians has nothing to do with us.
Right.
Nothing. They don't give a damn. There's a brother from Gloucester who said the EDL came down there in March, and they started talking to black people reckless. White people came out and say, "Yo, leave them alone. They don't mess with us. They don't do nothing." Which lets you know this thing has nothing to do with us. This is really between the white man and the Arabs, and then African Muslims. I'm trying to, brother. You do the history with England. Everybody know England send the indentured laborers to the Caribbean to the East Indians. Well, they split India down the middle and created Pakistan. They created Pakistan to try to fight against, the threat, or what they thought was the threat against communism, and they backed that Muslim side of the Indians. And then, after wrecking the country, they let them come to England. They let them do it and cut peace off for them. And they start taking over. And now white people feel like they've lost their country to them. It's not a Muslim thing, because there's black Muslims. They ain't burning down their mosques. They ain't burning their neighborhoods. This is a straight race war between the Arabs and the white man. And when I say Arabs, I'm talking about the East Indians, the Pakistanis, all of them.
Right.
That's what this is. So this study here, you could read it through. It's telling you it has nothing to do so much with an immigration problem, but a particular group of immigrants. And anybody who live around these people would tell you, brother, they're absolute bullies. They just gobble up everything and swindle you and fraud and stealing. It come out of Harris. Right? It's that $1 million. Like you come to England, brother, you'd be surprised. This is a Muslim country. It's a Muslim country. You'll see all the things in England. You ever seen a Christian battle?
No.
Battle in Islam. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It's a group of bullies, and they bully people. And by no means am I saying the EDL is justified in what they're doing and harassing people, pulling people out of cars. I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to give people an understanding of what's going on in the street, so you don't feel sorry. Black people need to feel. Black people need to fight the urge of feeling sorry for what's going on. Right. And leave them, let them deal with it.
Yeah.
Leave them deal with it. Because when you remember last year with the Pakistani dude choked the sister in the store?
Yep.
Yeah. They didn't care about none of that. They didn't care about none of that. 2 months ago, the Kurds which is another group of kind of Arab Albanian type people. You remember them Kurds who Saddam Hussein was fighting against for America? We give them the mustard gas and kill them out. This brother parked his car somewhere outside one of the stores and they was mad at him for parking there. The brother was going to move his car. He wasn't fighting them. But they start talking reckless to him. So he says something back to them. Don't you know they all descend on him, about 20 of them, beat him up, pull him out the car. His wife is sitting in the front seat, pregnant, pull her out the car, kick her in her back. That's these people are.
Right.
That's these people. What's happened to them is what they've done to us.
Right.
Now they get pulled out of cars. Now they get beaten up.
So like
They kick the sister in her back. Them cops in Manchester airport beat up one of them in the airport, stomp him on his head, kick him in his face. They're getting a taste of what it's like to be a nigga.
That's right.
Accept it. If you want to steal our culture, you want to sing dancehall and wear the chains and, to say niggas and now this and all. You want to be us then. Be it fully. But don't expect us to join you. Don't expect us to join you. The brothers was telling me, we was out there speaking, giving that brother who got beaten up support. The Arab store workers came out and said, why don't you get your own stores then and tell your people to stop stealing from ours? Just proud as could be. Proud as could be. The white man is tired of them.
That's right.
This is not a colored people war or a minority thing. This is a straight Palestinian, Pakistani, and white man. You think the white man can get you painted up London Bridge with the Palestinian colors? You remember last year when the Palestinians was protesting? They forget about London Bridge, 500,000 a year, they was beating up police. In every McDonald's, because McDonald's is Jewish owned. They get mice, boxes of mice, spray painted them with the black, red, green, and white, and let the mice run through the McDonald's and the Starbucks. You think he ain't forgetting that. He ain't forgetting that at all. They want you all out of the country. They want you all out of the country. They understand that we are the perfect immigrants.
Right.
We the solution. We not the problem. We the actual solution. And I'm gonna give you one more gem before I go. I ain't gonna go too long. In that Southport stabbing, right? somebody pull up the story real quick and just read the actual events and what happened.
What story?
Well, they pulled that, so I got a scripture for you if you want it.
Please go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 51, verse 22.
So what?
Thus saith the Lord.
Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord, and thy God that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee.
Come
which
on.
has said to thy soul, bow down that we may go over.
That's what's going on. What they did to us, they getting a taste of it now.
Yes, sir.
The Lord is taking away the cup of our affliction and passing it to them. And they better drink. Go. Drink it up. Drink it up and don't complain. Don't complain. Anybody found the story with the stabbing? So what, Warren?
Yeah, I got it. I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
On July 29, 2024, a mass stabbing targeting children occurred at a dance studio in Southport, Merseyside, United Kingdom. 3 children were killed and 10 other people, 8 of whom were children, were injured, some of them severely. Axel Ruda Kubana, a 17-year-old British citizen born in Cardiff to parents from Rwanda, was arrested at the scene and has been charged with 3 counts of murder, 10 counts of attempted murder, and possession of a bladed article. The attack took place at a Taylor Swift themed yoga and dance workshop held at the Heart Space, a community studio in the Mills Cop area of Southport. 25 children were in attendance. The attacker stabbed 11 children and 2 adults. 2 girls died at the scene. 6 of the injured children and both adults were in critical condition when taken to hospital, and a 3rd girl died the following day. On July 30th, far-right protesters clashed with police in Southport and damaged a mosque after misinformation about the attacker's identity was spread online. After the next few days, protests and riots spread nationwide.
All right, stop there. So they say this dude stabbed everybody and then the police just arrest him, right?
Mm-hmm.
The white man is the devil, brother, and black people need to stay out. Let me tell you what happened. There was a janitor working in the studio. His name is Joe Virute or Virate. This is him here. He heard the commotion, ran to the studio, saw the blood, and started to whoop that Hamite ass out. Disarmed him and held him there until the police came. This is a brother. And he's not mentioned in the news at all.
Nope.
You have to dig to find the article about him.
Wow.
And I guarantee you, there was other white men in that studio that day that went to hide. This is the non-immigrant who is not a problem.
That's it.
This is not an immigrant who successfully integrates. The EDL is not concerned with people of color, the root, or that whoever wrote that article for the root. Like we the solution, not the problem. And this brother, they didn't say nothing about him ever. He risked his life and subdued his Hamite. And they ain't talking about him. They ain't saying he's a hero. People are coming out and saying, thank God he was there. But had he been white, how it would have gone. Black people stay far from them protests. Don't join them, don't march with them. You know how they like to come. But brother, Islam is peace. Yeah, go make peace with EDL, man.
Yeah.
Go make peace with them. This is not your fight, man. Stay out of it. Stay out of it and don't listen to what the media say, man. Come to the UPK. We got the real 411 on what's going on. We'll tell you the truth about what's going on. These heathen nations, these East Indians, these Pakistanis, these Arabs, they done overstayed their welcome. They were guests, and now they want to move into the master bedroom. Master is not having it. The master is not having it. That's what's really going on. You know what I mean? So like, I just want to clear that up before we roll out there.
Okay. To what is it?
You know what I mean? Imagine that brother done risk his life. And he looked just like a brother. He didn't even, he telling the story. Hey, this is what I did. This is what I did. And they ain't talking about he's a hero. You understand? They ain't talking about he's a hero at all. It's crazy. It's crazy. You got to stay out of the way of them heathens, man. What they need to do is read IUIC. They probably have more than Hamites who going to stab people up. One kill Joy Morton, another Hamite kill these young girls. They need to go raid them purple faggots. If they want to stop people from getting stabbed.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Listen, man, somebody else say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna come in once you're done. I don't want to slack you.
He's like, I'm done. I'm getting ready to wrap. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and what you bringing out is so heavy, and it's so what we need to know and learn and absorb, because the scripture already told us it's gonna be nation gonna rise against nation. Wait, now I really now we got the Esau and Ishmael. It's getting started. Now, and then we got Ham jumping in. You know what? I can't wait to see when Moab and Ammon jump in it. Once the Esau go to war with the Chinese, and then they start getting down. You know what I'm saying? Start seeing the kung fu and the Thai food come out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna see the Crouch the Tiger, Hidden Dragon, the Sony, the Mitsubishi, you know, the Nissan.
Yep.
So that's what's prophesied, and that's what's coming.
Yep.
Oh.
It's definitely coming. You know what I mean? Right. So, listen, man, we ain't gonna hold on no more longer.
It's gonna be normal. You're gonna see all this.
I thought Kapash was talking about, so he come back. I didn't know if he was finished. It looked like he was finished. Listen, man, your checker manager Yahanna out on this same channel, the real General Yahanna, Monday night, 9 p.m. He's gonna be on rocking it out with all the generals, all the officers down there in Philly. You'll start to book your tickets now for Passover. Pay your tithes, man. Support the truth. You know what I mean? The brothers and sisters in here doing amazing, amazing work all over the place. Feeding, clothing, prison program, GD program, counseling. We got the whole 9 for y'all, man. Y'all pay your tithes, support the truth. We're going to be back next week. Lord of love, you know what I mean? Again, thank everybody for rocking with us tonight. We are the usual suspects, Captain Nassaf on the inside. Give him a hand holding on North Carolina. We had Captain Kapash also checking in, you know what I mean, giving us a heavy insight, holding on Indianapolis, holding on the Cincinnati, Indiana, all them places. Officer Warrior holding us down, the intellect out of DC by way of Baltimore. We also have Officer Kazak out of DC as well, holding it down, always coming through the jam. And Officer Sobapia Allen up and coming, supporting the whole thing, giving us the perspective from Trinidad. Appreciate everybody for coming through. We miss Kahan tonight. He's gonna be in next week, Lord of love. You know, support the truth, Israel. With that, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah. On 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit. Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is.